What are you talking about next?
Yo, Arthur, you can play that video for me.
So I decided to take my son's father off of child support because it was causing turmoil in our co-parenting relationship. Recently, I looked up a few places for him to get his CDL so that he could possibly start his own trucking company, or he can even carry loads and make money for himself. What I decided was, you know what, Brittany, let me change my mindset. Let me help him help us take care of our child. And that's co-parenting.
I'm not a mother.
I see nothing wrong with the video.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really see anything
Explain the
wrong
question
with
real
it.
quick, Keem.
Yeah.
So basically, she's saying that the baby's father, you know what I mean, he wanted to start a business, and she took him off child support so she could help him help them. You know what I mean? So he could have the money to invest in his business and basically, you know what I mean, become something. So how y'all feel about that? Well, we're gonna come to you. This is your time. You know what I mean?
But the question is, should more women be open to co-parenting instead of just automatically going to child support? That's the question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let's talk to the mom.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I feel like I never want to go to a courtroom with the person that I obviously loved at one point. Well, some people, but like the person that I wanted to share life with, the person that I share a child with, I don't want to go to court. Like, we should be able to handle this, from person to person. Just because, like, to me, once you have a child with somebody, that's family. Period. That's family. That's how I look at it,
Okay.
So it's more of like, all right, as family, how do we work this out, right? So I do believe in child support when co-parenting fails. If co-parenting fails, then, we got to, because really child support is for the child. So if we have to go to court to make sure my child is taken care of, and not only just taken care of, to make sure you can see your child, because the court will petition you to see your child. You got to pick your child up every Sunday. Like, the court will petition that. So if I have to go to court to make that official, then I'm going to do that because that's what my child needs. But that's the last resort. Like, I got to go through I got to go to your mama house and knock on her door like, what's up? Because I'm going to take your son to child support. So let me know what's going on. Like, I just feel like, it becomes, child support is a lot. Like, you're taking it, like, I've seen, if I was to, let's say, if I was to take let me just say how much I spend a month on my child, $3,200 a month, right? That's just on living expenses, school, food, hair, all that, $3,200.
Extracurricular.
$3,200, right? So if I'm doing that by myself, how am I going to take care of me? How am I going to take care of everything else? If I fail, everything fails, right? But I do believe, going back to the family unit, just because we're not together doesn't mean we're not family. I want to see you do well. I don't disagree with what she did, but I would put something in writing. Okay, you're off child support, great. We're not legally, you're not legally, you don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to pay this amount. So what you paying?
Well, yeah, you still have to contribute.
But I don't even want no word of, I don't want you telling me, oh, this, I'm going to give you this. No, we writing this out. Okay, we're not using court, but I'm going to sue you if you don't do what you got to do.
But it's like, at that point, if you're trying to help him better himself and then help himself to help you, you can't really expect him to always give you money. Because you can't expect that, because if you're allowing, to me personally, I feel like you can't expect that. Because
you can't expect him to take care of his child.
That's your kid.
No, what I'm saying is, if you're
there's more to taking care of a child than just money, like, you know what I mean? Like, everything, fathers shouldn't be just like only excluded to them providing money. There's other things that a father is important.
100%. I agree. Right?
A lot of women just, he give me money, give me money, give me money.
Yes.
Like,
but when I had my daughter, right, and let's say week 1, I realized I was parent A. Mind you, he was right next to me. We were in the same household. A mother is always parent A. When a child goes on the street, and if their hair not done, if they looking a mess, what people say, ooh, your mother make you come out the house like that? Nobody's saying, where's your father? No one's saying that, and not discrediting what a man does. But in the eyes of the world, a mother is parent A, right? Because we're the nurturers. We're the ones who are connecting the dots, We're the ones we're the monarch of the family. We're keeping the glue. The man is a foundation, but we're keeping it together. You know what I mean? So, yes, it takes a lot more than money, 100%. Because you got these rich people who still complaining about, like, look at Black China. Wasn't she saying some shit? Like, Listen,
42,000 from one nigga, for another 42
No,
from the
they're
other
not
nigga.
giving it to her.
Ain't no
to the
child.
school.
Bro, you can't convince me a child is worth that much money.
No, absolutely not. No.
And you know what I just found out recently? I found out that these judges get a percentage of child support. So this is why there's an incentive for them to get the most out of it, because they get a cut out of that.
I do feel like the child support, like the percentage is pretty high. I'm not gonna lie. Even though it does take a lot to take care of a child, I do feel like I'm thinking about from my side. If someone was to say, yeah, you gotta give 25% of your check to like, to your child, even though you seeing your child every other day, or maybe you're picking up your child every day from school, and I still gotta take 25% of my check and give here, even though I'm active. If you're active, there's no need to be on child support.
Right.
Yeah.
Period.
Just to stick to the facts, I watched that video several times, and he was not starting his own business.
You did the research.
I mean, I've just seen that video.
Women
I've just seen that video several times, and what she stated in that video was that she decided to take him off child support because it was hindering their co-parenting relationship. So she did her own research so he could possibly get his CDL, so he can possibly open up a trucking business.
So he wasn't even there yet.
He wasn't. His ambition wasn't there. His accountability for himself wasn't only there. So my whole thing is to myself is, you were on child support because you wasn't doing shit. So I'm being the mom. I'm now looking into these outlets for you so you can now take care of our child. So now we can have a better co-parenting relationship. Because all you mad about is being on child support. $500 getting taken out of whatever.
If he wasn't doing shit, what is she getting a percentage of?
No, it wasn't that he wasn't doing shit. She said it was causing a problem. Meaning they're not getting along in their relationship. He's mad as hell.
So he's mad at her because
that the money is getting taken out of his account. So she's like, well, let me help him get more money so the money can go to our child. That's a bigger you dealing with a different type of
now I thought he was starting a business.
No,
like it was like more like so
it.
he didn't even start the business
Rewind
yet.
it so we can hear her voice.
No, that's not
in paper.
I don't believe in child support either until my mother never put my father on child support. Okay, my mother was a single father. I know I said my parents were together, but my step-parents, my stepfather was there since I was a little girl. Excuse my voice. Okay, but
so when you talking about the best friends, it was your stepfather?
Yes, they've been together since I was 2 years old.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So this man raised me. They are best friends. My biological father has never given my mother a cent in child support. My mother has never asked him for child support. But when she's asked him for certain things,
he's giving it?
No.
Sorry, I was hoping there was a...
Are you kidding me? But she never put him on child support.
But why didn't
was he in your life?
Yes.
A lot of people
Which was the crazy thing, right? He was in my life. That's a whole different thing. My father's been a hustler my whole entire life, okay?
So she couldn't put him on child support.
Couldn't put him on child support. And that's a lot of people's story. You understand what I'm saying? But it was a fact of the matter. Obviously, you as the primary parent, you have to do what you have to do for your child.
100%. Parent
she couldn't do that. She couldn't do that. But she didn't badger him about it either. She didn't talk down to me about him either. So I didn't have a distorted vision of my father growing up either.
Yeah,
so
that's important.
The fact of the matter, when you're going back and forth with money, because, child support obviously is supposed to be for the children, but a lot of women use it for different things when it comes to the household. That be the bigger thing.
But you can, but even
and for personal
reasons.
But this
is what I feel like. If my baby father, my baby father's not on child support, but if my baby father was on child support, and let's say he gave me $500. Here's money for child support. And I used that $500 and I bought a wig.
No. Absolutely
Listen
not.
to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Let her go. I want to hear this.
If I am in the household with this child 7 days a week, taking care of everything, paying the bills, your $500, right? If I use it to buy a wig, you think my child's not going to be taken care of though? You get what I'm saying? So
I don't.
No, this is what I'm saying, right? All right.
You're using his money to buy yourself a wig.
But maybe I'm paying myself back, is what I'm trying to say. People look at it as
it's called child support, not wig support.
But y'all looking at it wrong. Y'all looking at it wrong.
Where are we supposed to be looking at it?
This is what I'm saying.
She's basically saying she's spending money all the time. So it's like if
I'm already paying. Whether I use that 500,
something that is restricted to this man's income by the court of law, right?
Yes.
So, and have you guys heard this debate about how child support is supposed to be put on a card?
That's what I was just about to say. That's what it needs to be put on a card.
Now, if that was
it's
put
the
on
same,
the card,
it's the same thing. Now, let's say, all right, let's
still get past
let's
that,
make
like,
it, but let's make it like this.
Right?
Maybe my baby father gives me $1,000 a month, right? I already that whole month I held my child down. I did everything I need to do. I'm here waiting for his $1,000 at the end of the month. This whole month I'm paying for the school fees. I'm paying for after school. I'm paying for extra. I'm paying all of this, right? Now at the end of the month he give me my $1,000, and maybe I went and bought a wig. But guess what? My child's still taken care of. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying myself back. Y'all can look at it as...
Don't let me find it. I'm going straight to the court. Like,
but how you going to...
But your $1,000 came late.
No, it's not
late. She
done took that off the bill.
If that's the arrangement that you give it at the end of the month, he's giving it at the end of the month. I don't see it. I don't know how you see it as... I'm not a parent, so I don't know. But to say you're paying yourself back, if you were together, you're not paying yourself back. You just added it on to whatever he's doing.
Because you have a financial responsibility as well.
But what about if I make more money, right? If I make more money than him, and whatever he can give, mind you, my baby father's not on child support. I'm just,
Right.
If I make more money than him, and all he can give me is $500, right? That $500,
what the court
he's gonna whatever the court is deems reasonable for him, right?
Okay.
For instance, Candy, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, the singer, right? She put her baby father on child support. She's a millionaire. She don't need his money, but it's more like, okay, if you're gonna give me, I'm gonna do something back for myself because I'm already taking care of the child. Like she's 100% taking care of. But
she doesn't keep that money herself. She still gives it to her daughter.
Yes, now she does. She gives it to her daughter. But what I'm saying is, if
you want to change it to not child support. This is just baby mama
family support.
Baby mama support. That's what we're doing now. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard because like I said before, this is a disclaimer. I ain't on my baby father ain't on child support. Okay?
You might got to do the read. You got to do to get the facts. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is, as a mom, and if you are with that child 24/7, you are paying for everything. Right? So whether I use that $300 to buy her some sneakers or I already bought her the sneakers, I'm paying myself back.
Well, my thing is, this is a child, right? So that $500 going to college fund. And
but what if I already have a fund for her? What if I'm already what if I'm already handling things?
So then you keep adding to that fund.
No, I'm paying myself first.
Then that's double in the fund. What you
want? I'm doing everything.
As a mother, you
You're
kind of financial responsibility as well.
If you're saying you're paying yourself back, that means you're saying you didn't contribute what you contribute. You're saying the father did.
No, I'm saying I contributed. Okay,
right.
Like it doesn't take $500 to take a child for a month, right? So that means that obviously either the mother or if the mother's in a relationship or whatever, they're paying majority of it because I'm paying more than 25% of my income to take care of my child, right? So your 25% is that's not solely taking care of the child. It's not unless you date in future and he gives you $3,000 a month. Then maybe that's all you need to take care of a child. You know what I mean? But your $500 is not. That's a drop in the bucket on what it takes to take care of a child. So I'm already paying more because the child is with me. I'm paying all the bills. I'm paying the overhead. You're just.
I hear what you're saying, but you better save your $500 by your own wig, and then when my $500 come in,
call it what you want. If you want to make it feel better, and they say exactly, I'm gonna take care of myself too. So
yeah, get your $500 came
as long as the record
is already taken care of.
Save it for the next month.
We gotta wrap this up, but just the final word I really just want to say real quick is we got to get back to prioritizing like marriage and family because again, when we go back to protecting Black women, I feel like women protection comes from with women because your first form is family and your husband. Since we don't have that family and husband in our community like that because we have all these broken families and broken homes, we're not getting married like that. So of course now what do you start to see? The lack of protection for Black women. So once we start prioritizing more marriages and families, then we won't have to deal with the child support situation. Not saying every marriage goes the distance, but most of the time it should. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, once we start prioritizing those factors, I feel like our community would be in a much better space.
I agree.
You know what I mean?